Good afternoon, this is Kyle with ARAC Roof at Ford. I'm doing a storm inspection here at off Kent Road for a potential client. She has leaking in this general area. She believes it's the valley. I checked out the power vent. It doesn't seem like it could be leaking from there. When she showed me the area, it was to the left of this doorway several feet, which would put it in the valley direction. She's done some good homework there. Now when I looked at the valley, I noticed with these weaves, some of the shingles aren't underlapping this one enough. This one's kind of, actually, I think that's from wind damage, it's kind of creased and broken there, but it ends right there. And it happens in several other places, right here too as well. So, right, well that one's not a good example, but anyway, it's in a couple different spots on the valley. I also noticed where the skylight was that we have a really spongy spot here. This is wood rot, like decking rot for sure, because it's not solid. So it's possible the leak could be coming from the skylight and traveling down into the valley. She also said some stuff about her chimney leaking. Now I don't know if it's leaking around. She said it was leaking from the flashing, but the flashing looks pretty solid. I mean, there's questionable areas that need to be caulked, like right there and stuff like that, but the big concern is the top, the cap. It's concrete and it's completely cracked, like all the way around. So I don't know whether the leaking's coming from inside the chimney or around it, but if it was coming from inside, that would be the reason why. Also looked at the rest of the roof, and I found several shingles that look like they've kind of blown up a little bit, like possible wind damage, like that one right here, and this one right here. And some of them are nail pops, like there's a nail that's popped up, and in this area too, there's just like a nail that's popped up. We could definitely refasten those for you when we do the repair. And over here, another nail pop, or I don't know if that might be wind damage because there's no nails there and it's pretty loose. So I also found some crease shingles. Basically means these shingles don't stick anymore, so when the wind blows, it just kind of flaps them up and leaves like this crease right across here. So they're in several areas, like right here and right there, and they just, like, they're not sticking anymore. Like a normal shingle would kind of stick a little bit. You can hear me kind of pulling it up and it disattaching because it's sticking. Some other crease shingles somewhere over here. They're basically throughout the roof and on every side. That's technically wind damage. You could technically file an insurance claim and possibly get the roof approved, considering that the shingles are pretty old and most of the granulars have rubbed off, so the integrity of the shingle is worn out, and then they get brittle and they don't stick anymore. These shingles probably won't pass the brittle test. I don't know how old this roof is because it does have ridge vents, but I'm thinking somewhere in the 15-year range at least. But I don't know. It's hard to tell with 3-tab shingles because they wear out a lot quicker than an architectural shingle. Like that roof over there has an architectural shingle, so it's a newer form of shingle. I'm gonna throw a bid for replacing the wood rot and fixing this area because I think that's where the leak's coming from. But with that, because it's obviously traveling down, I need to warranty this repair, and I obviously want the warranty to work in my favor. As much as you don't want me to come back and fix it for free, I don't want to come back and have to fix it for free if it's still leaking. So I'm gonna measure 3 feet this way because that's how long a shingle is about 3 feet. 3 feet this way of the valley, 3 feet this is the way of the valley from the bottom to the top, and then a little chunk over here to replace that rotted decking. The shingles won't match exactly because these are faded and worn from the sun, so you'll have a big patch here, but at least it's on the back side of the roof. So that's what I'm proposing, and might be able to take some caulking and caulk these cracks. Don't know what it's gonna do, but it's cheap insurance to maybe keep the top of this cap from leaking. Thanks. This is Kyle from ARAC Roof and Ford, and this is your inspection slash your inspection, I guess, slash proposal. Thanks.